Okay, hi, welcome back to, not welcome back, this is actually the beginning of my podcast. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Kasey and I'm from Australia. I've been doing live streaming for a very long time and I'm now going to do podcasts. So welcome. I hope you enjoy and stay for the journey. I am going to be talking a lot about relationships, conspiracies, weird things, self-development, growth, spirituality. So literally it's like sitting down and having a conversation with your best friend. I just want to let you know that I have a lot of other social media pages as well, which is on kaseyloi.com. I will leave links wherever I can if you want to follow me elsewhere. And I thought we would just jump into the podcast with a little segment that I'm going to incorporate into every podcast after this, which is going to be called Weird World. And since I don't really have a topic for the first episode, we're going to do the whole episode about Weird World. What is Weird World? It's literally the strange things that happen in life that you keep in your mind or that happen throughout the day that are just so strange and weird or funny, but you never really process it until it's like thought of or discussed with a friend later. So the first one is when you're saying bye on the phone, it becomes a gentle, sweet whisper. So you'll be on the phone with someone talking, you're like, yep, okay. Excuse me. Usually you don't do that. Could you imagine signing up for a new gym membership and it's like yep, that's $39.99 a month. No problem. Sign me up today. So yes, when you're saying bye on the phone and it becomes a gentle whisper, what the hell is that? Like, why can't you just be like, sure, Carol, thank you. I'll see you then. Okay, bye. Bye. All right, bye. See you later. Okay, bye. Bye. Yep, bye. Now, I've worked in so many call center jobs for a lot of my life. I just can talk and yeah, I've learned people. And I think that's why I've been doing YouNow and Twitch streaming and now podcast. It's home for me. The bye thing I have heard so many times. Why do we fade out into a whisper? Are we embarrassed to end the conversation? This is the thought-provoking thing that goes on in my mind. Why are we not secure in our where's the certainty in leaving someone? Is there like abandonment issues coming up? Do you want to just gently let someone go like they've passed away and you're putting a candle on a river and watching it float away ever so beautifully into the night? And like, what the hell? Why don't we have a strong, yep, thanks for your help today, Carol. I'll see you then. Bye. So next time that you're on a conversation with someone, be aware of like what you say and how you end the conversation, and let me know. I'd love to know in the comments somewhere if the soft bye or goodbye or see ya is relevant to you. So the next thing is I am a bit of a germaphobe, and I know there are some of you out there that can kind of relate. None of us are special. We're special, but we're not special, if you know what I mean. Like, there are a lot of people with a lot of similar things out there. And hang on, I bet some of you are yelling right now like, it's idiosyncrasy. Hang on, let's learn this right now together. A mode of behavior or way of thought peculiar to an individual. Idiosyncrasy, okay? I'm a bit of a germaphobe. And when I come home from being out or at a shopping centre or wherever it might be, if I'm not at home and I come home and I've been driving or touching things, if I'm not in a rush or busy or have to pee straight away, I will 95% of the time come in and wash my hands. Especially if I have been at a cinema or a restaurant. But I will wash my hands and take off my pants, because when you sit down, you are sitting on a million other butts that have sat there and farts, and you don't know where those butts have been, on buses, on, other chairs, other people's houses. Like, it's just wild. Funny thing that I've started doing I'm now 30, for those of you that don't know me, I started bringing pillow slips to the movie theaters. So I'll put a pillow slip behind my head on the chair, because I have seen those things when the lights are turned back on. They are not pretty. There are so many flakes and crumbs and just mini solar systems sprouting. I don't want to know. I don't want to see. And I'm a walking contradiction, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I just don't want to touch that, because especially if my hair's tied up, the back of my head is touching that chair. And then where does the back of your head touch if your hair is still in a bun and you go to bed later that night? On your pillow. And then from the pillow onto your face. And then you break out. And God knows what else sprouts. So I'm sorry if this induces some form of psychosis or new OCD for you, but welcome to my world. And I'm a walking contradiction as well, because I feel like, and I heard this somewhere from someone else, city dirt I can't deal with, train germs and road germs and elevator button germs. Can't stand it, but I will literally pick a stick up off the ground from the dirt or the mud and put it in my mouth. I was playing with a dog the other day and I was just like, it was in my mouth, and my uncle's like, how are you a germaphobe? And I'm like, it's nature strip dirt, suburban dirt. It's not city dirt. Like, I would rather eat a rat from the country, from the bush, from rural Australia than a city rat. You get me? And I really appreciate when people understand the pants thing, because if you're going to come into my house and sit down on my couch or my bed or a dining table, chair, can't deal. I can't. But I'm not perfect either. I will never claim that I'm perfect. But that is one of those things. And I'm such a hippie too at heart. I really am. I'm that tomboy, femme, germaphobe, can never figure me out. I can't even keep up with myself. But that's the beauty of it. The next thing in Weird World, sex scenes. Okay? And a sex scene will come on and you're just like, I want to melt into the couch no matter where I am. And it's only with family. I'm like, I just don't want to be watching this with you around in the room. Comment below if that is something that you have realized in your life, or that's a bit of an awkward thing for you. So the next thing is not looking people in the eye at red lights in the car. So you'll be driving and you pull up at a red light. I don't like looking at people in their car when I'm at the red light. I will look straight. I will look down. I will look up out the sunroof. I will check out my cuticle on my finger, but I do not want to look at the person next to me, because it's not that I'm shy. It's the fact that every time, on the odd occasion that I will go to look at them, they look at me at the exact same time. The synchronicity is fucking crazy. And then you have this moment of deep eye contact, and you are just looking into each other's souls so deeply in that moment, more than any other partner you've ever had. Intimate moment. It's lock the fuck on with stranger at red light. Unplanned. And I did have someone I know bring up another thing about that. If they have driven really badly and you both meet up at a red light in alignment with each other, you look at them because they've driven so badly and you just want to see what they look like. I heard that's a thing as well. I personally prefer to ignore when I have either cut them off or accidentally done something stupid, or they have done something stupid. I will just, my power is not acknowledging their existence at all. But then sussing them out from afar without them knowing that I've done it. So then I feel like I've got the upper hand in some sick, twisted way. This is really therapeutic, to do a podcast and just talk and learn so much about yourself. Anyway, so the next one is bless you when sneezing. There is this weird conditioning. I find saying bless you to people that have just sneezed really annoying. It's just wasted breath. Why am I blessing someone that's doing a natural body function? Like, if someone burps or farts or coughs, I'm not saying anything to them. So why should I say something to them when they have done a sneeze, a natural body function? I know that there is a historical meaning behind saying that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it the Black Plague? Hang on, let's fact check right now. Bless you origins. Originated in Rome when the bubonic plague was ravaging Europe. So there you go. I don't want to be looked at as the rude or bad person that didn't say bless you to someone. I don't want to look like I don't fucking care. I do care. I just don't care to say bless you to something that is a natural body function. Gesundheit. Anyway, it's a whole thing. So this whole episode, you're learning lots of little quirks about me, and I'd rather just throw them in here and there throughout my podcast rather than just bore you guys with it in the beginning, being like, hello, this is my monologue about me before you get into my podcast. Like, I don't want to do that to you. Like, you're doing your thing. You just want to listen or watch. Who am I to strip you of your leisure time? No, I'm kidding. Next. Oh my God, this one. This next one. You're at a retail store and one of the clerks there are looking for something for you because you can't find it. And they're looking at the aisle with their little finger, having a look for the thing that you need. And they usually fill the silence with that retail silence filler. It's usually the sound. They're looking. Oh, yeah, it's, I think we've got it here. Oh, there it is. And I'm like, what's with the 222? I don't want the 222. Are people not comfortable with silence? Probably not. I have my moments too. I hate swallowing sounds. Now, I don't have misophonia, which is a phobia of drinking, slurping mouth sounds. It's like an auditory kind of phobia. Google it. Anyway, I hate swallowing soup sounds and slurping and swallowing coffee or tea or hot beverage sounds. I cannot deal. And that tutu is a similar trigger to the slurping, swallowing sound. I can't even stand when I do it myself. So there you go. Next time you're out and about or you're that person, now you're aware of it. So the next one is when someone holds the door open for you. You do the awkward run up to the door and you thank them and whatnot. If you don't, you're an asshole. But it's the run up to the door. I get it. It's a very courteous thing to do. They're standing there. They're going out of their way to open the door, keep it open for you. It's just that funny little jog, that like mini jog run. And when you are crossing the road and a car gives way to you because you're a pedestrian crossing the road, you walk faster and you do the little wave and the kind of not look at them thing. And, you scurry away to the other side of the road as the car's waiting for you to pass. I've never thought, look directly in that driver's eyes and be like, thanks, mate, and do a thumbs up. I might try that next time. They say every day do one thing that gets you out of your comfort zone. So I might make that a thing and report back to you guys. Just deep eye contact. And the next one was when you're saying goodbye to someone, you both actually end up walking the same way. I was at a park and this moment happened, and instead of walking the same way, I did a loop around and it took me twice as long. But I was like, I seriously said goodbye to this person and we both realized we were walking in the same direction after saying goodbye. And I put myself out just to avoid this moment. And I thought, what a weird thing that we do sometimes. Like, what do you do in those moments? Do you just continue talking? Do you joke that you're both like going the same way? Like, granted, I've done all of those other methods, but fuck, sometimes I'm like, I cannot deal. I'm going around. I'm taking the high road, even if it takes me longer. I'm going semi-opposite. I'm going 40 degrees the other way. Enough distance to not have a conversation and hear each other, but close enough where I have to get where I'm going and still kind of being next to them. It's so fucking crazy. Why do we do that? Why is life so weird? Imagine just saying goodbye to this person and walking half a meter from them exactly in the same direction after saying goodbye. Full silence. Wonder what that would be like. And who would be the first one to say something? 100% dedicating yourself not to saying anything. Like, what would the first thing that they say be? That's my question. Sorry, we have cockies that literally visit our house every day. They are insane, but we love them. Next is the customer service voice. Yep, sure. Would you like to make that a large? Like, what's with that? Whatever happened to a good old, "Hi Frank, how are you? Okay, would you like a burger with that? All right, that'll be $13.95. Please drive through to the next window. Thank you." I cannot stand customer service voice. Please use your normal voices. It's so transparent. It's just so... We know your feet hurt, your back hurts. You have done a double shift. It's too much. You're not fooling nobody. Please turn off the voice. I am and have been that person. Another little idiosyncrasy that I discovered. It's scratching sounds, scratching skin. I cannot. Right. Now, this happened the other night. I was in a public toilet and I was busting to go to pee. And so I'm holding it in because there's someone else in like the cubicle next to me. Oh my God, this is going to sound like a bloody elephant with its water breaking. I cannot hold this. And sometimes I'm more shy and other times I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I gotta pee. I gotta plop. I gotta queef. I got a beef, I got a stir fry and hi chief. I don't know. It was a moment where I was just highly introverted and I was like, I don't want anyone to hear me pee tonight. That's the mood. Here I am, legs open, squatting over a public toilet. You know when girls, you do the hover when you're on a public toilet, you don't really want to sit down on it. So you're hovering, your quads are burning. And just as I busted, this lady flushes the toilet and I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, and the toilet's like, and I'm like, yeah. Moral of that story. Do you get public toilet shy? I get this strange shyness after I've bowled a bowling ball. That was a lot. When you bowl a bowling ball and you walk back to the audience and it's that weird awkward walk. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my walk. I don't know what to do with my face. Do I smile? Do I look cool? Do I look like nonchalant? Do I just neutral? Like, it's, what the hell? Like, why is this a thing? I wish I had someone else on this podcast to bounce off of and be like, Kasey, you're fact, or yeah, that happens to me too. Yeah, shit. But no, it's just me. So there's that, a part of Weird World, just another thing that happens and it's not really spoken about. So I'd like to bring light to these things with Weird World. The next one is best of luck on your future endeavors. You know, someone will be resigning from work and they get all the employees to sign the farewell card to the person leaving. And like so many of the little paragraphs of whatever's been signed on the card is best of luck on your future endeavors, Greg. Oh, Greg, we are going to miss you. Like, shut up. You never spoke to Greg. No. And the last one is you get a professional email sent to you and the opening line is usually, I do hope this email finds you well. Like, no, Harriet, your email finds me as a functioning, depressed person who just stubbed their toe. I'm barely hanging in. I'm a hangnail at this point. There's a funny meme about that. I'll have to somehow find it. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I am aiming to do a podcast once a week to once every 2 weeks. I'm still finding my feet with how this podcast works. If you would like to follow me on any of my socials, it's kaseyloi.com or lolitamindful.com, which is mainly my podcast. Comment, like, please share. If you have friends or family that may find this entertaining or get a giggle out of it, or just need to hear someone talk on their way to work or a road trip or at the gym, share it along. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being here and supporting, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.